Eric Christopher Schwartz. He goes by the White Rabbit or just Rabbit. Sherman Watson and Amy Valkyrie got a hold of me to tell me my older brother was a child molester. What I did was stick up for him. What I should have done is start posting up immediately about what a fucking chimo Eric Christopher Schwartz is. Now, Eric Christopher Schwartz doesn't fucking like it. Holy shit! He doesn't fucking like it. Imagine that. Imagine not liking being called a pedophile. Well, don't fucking touch kids, Eric. I don't care if it's true. I'm going to spread it anyway. I'm going to make my decisions based on a bunch of fucking druggies, like Eric Schwartz does. Well, actually, I can't. Because Eric has the benefit of being a fucking junkie, and you guys want us to feel sorry for junkies. Fuck it. Not gonna happen. Eric must be guilty because Sherman Watson says so. He must be guilty. He must be guilty because Amy Valkyrie said so. Now, I understand that whether or not the allegations are true or not really does depend on the looks of the people. Sherman Watson is not, well, he's not an ugly feller, he's just portly. If you guys don't know what portly means, it means he's a fucking fatty. I used to be a fatty. Now, as far as Amy Valkyrie goes, you know, I always thought she was pretty. But I have been informed that she's dog-ass fucking ugly, so my blinders must be on. I always thought she was pretty. She's one of those people that was arguing with Tyler Frericks about wanting Colin Kaepernick to be punched in the throat. God bless America, right? And you know, she looked back through her stuff and said, yeah, I didn't call him a racist. I said he was, hold on, I want to get the right word, a fascist. That's what it was. Amy Valkyrie called Tyler Frericks a fascist. Now, here's the thing, is that I didn't expect that when I typed on that, to let him know that it's not fucking okay. I didn't realize that it was going to make it so that Amy Valkyrie could see it and start commenting and make things worse. Of course, it didn't matter. I mean, by that point, I already knew Lanny Engline's content and character. I already knew Amanda Engline's content and character. I already knew Miss Jerry's content and character. These are all three women who, well, abused the shit out of me. Not sexually. Well, Alana did. Lana definitely abused me sexually. But not the other two. Now, what's all this got to do with Eric? Eric doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit if this stuff's true or not. What he cares about is that the people who are telling him this shit have fucking drugs. You guys want to pretend I'm a bad person because I was friends with an adult. friends with an adult. How much of that does Eric Schwartz give a shit about? None. All he cares about is drugs and pussy. Also, one of his favorite sayings is a ring won't plug a hole. Eric Christopher Schwartz has no loyalty whatsoever. He's not a decent person. He's never been a decent person. My entire life, he's been a fucking piece of shit. My entire fucking life. Is Eric Christopher Schwartz a child molester? Yes. I will state overwhelmingly and resoundingly yes. Do I have any proof that Eric Christopher Schwartz is a child molester? No. Has Eric Christopher Schwartz ever molested me? Well, that depends on what you consider molestation. Has he ever sexually molested me? Not a chance in hell. Then again, I'm not a little tween-year-old girl. Yes, Eric has, how do I say this without insulting someone by telling the truth? Eric Christopher Schwartz kind of has a thing for dudes. Same thing with Chris Stegeman. Both of them have a thing for dudes, but also both of them are closet about it. Like Eric. Eric likes to watch another man have sex. He really gets off on that. If he has a girlfriend, he gets off on watching someone fuck his girlfriend. Well, that's fucking creepy. Like, his fantasies, it's not like the standard sexist male fantasy where you're supposed to want to get together with two lesbians. No, he's definitely into dudes. But I've never been a good-looking dude. If you was going to molest a dude, it would probably be somebody who's better looking, like Sherman Watson. So we should probably lend an ear to Sherman Watson. Now keep in mind, Eric Schwartz has been in Boulder, Colorado for, well, going on 3 decades now. He moved to Boulder, Colorado when he was 16. Sorry, 17. Yep. He lived in Chapel, Nebraska. There was a guy across the street from us. His name was Jimmy. Pretty heavy alcoholic. Well, he was also a Boulder bum. Like, he had the apartment in Levant's Apartments in Chapel, but he also had his weekend gig being homeless in Boulder. And wouldn't you know it, the day that Eric went down there to go see Jimmy, because Jimmy kept telling him to go to Boulder. The day he got to Boulder, he found out Jimmy just fucking died. Shit, story of your fucking life, ain't it? Now that profile picture, that's actually Eric Schwartz's profile picture. I didn't have to fancy it up with hellfire. He did that himself. Now, with Sherman Watson claiming that Eric Schwartz is a pedophile, and Amy Valkyrie pushing this shit about Eric being a pedophile, we do need to look into it. No victim left behind. If my older brother has a victim out there, then that victim deserves justice. Amy Valkyrie and Sherman Watson, there's a good one, should have the chance to come forward. If you really have information about my older brother molesting children, then fucking turn them in, asshole. I would. When I try to turn in predators, most of the time, I have the words of the actual fucking victim already fucking recorded, asshole. I've already got the words of the victim fucking recorded. I've got the screenshots with Chelsea Klang where she talks about what? Her dad fucking beating on her and her sister fucking molesting her. God bless America. Right? If I say God bless America enough, it'll make it all right. Here's the thing about Eric Schwartz. He's not fucking family. Family doesn't do the shit that he does. He followed suit with my mom and dad. What's more important to Eric Schwartz? Family or drugs? Drugs. What's more important to Angela K. Wade? Family or drugs? Drugs. Brian Schwartz, the only reason he stopped fucking with drugs is because he went to fucking prison. When he got out of prison, instead of being a fucking junkie, he was an alcoholic. Okay, asshole. You traded one set of immorality for another. Thank you for the beatings, Dad. Now, I can tell you honestly that Eric Christopher Schwartz never molested me, but that doesn't mean he never molested anybody. A lot of people want to tell me, oh, well, he doesn't seem like that kind of a guy. You know, I don't seem like that kind of a guy either. There's lots of people don't seem like that kind of a guy. They get treated like that kind of a guy because they're broke and ugly. People play on that. So I saw a woman, right, outside the Sundowner Saloon in Boulder, Colorado. See women like this all the time. It's fucking cold out. It's cold. And there she is in a pleated fucking miniskirt. It's colder than a cast iron commode on the shady side of an iceberg. She's got icicles forming on her vagina. It's so fucking cold. Why are you doing that? Oh yeah, competition. It's not about you. It's about competition. Kind of like when you wear those high heel shoes. You don't fucking wear those things because they're comfortable. You wear those things because the way that they force your legs to form, it balls up your calf just a little bit. Balls up your hamstring just a little bit and accentuates your booty because you are walking on your tippy toes. But no, it's not fucking comfortable, is it? You're really going to tell me that you just did that for yourself? Oh, you want to look pretty. Okay. Well, then this woman, right, there's this very specific one. What does she do? She's walking by the Sundowner Saloon. She's obviously getting ready to go into the bar. She looks about 11 tween. All right. She doesn't look very old at all, but her ID allows her to get in the door. So she's an adult. She's just dressed for success if she's hunting for a pedophile. So what does she do? She goes down into the bar, right? She comes back out a little bit later, and she starts fucking yelling at a hobo who didn't even look her direction. She's fucking going off on him because apparently he looked her way and she wasn't okay with it. So we have to poke our goddamn eyes out so that women aren't fucking offended by our existence? Is that what you fucking want, you twat? But then she saw somebody she was attracted to. She immediately turned into a fucking $2 whore. Immediately. Laying it on thick. She's dressed like a fucking whore and yelling at homeless people for looking. A guy who didn't even fucking look. And then she's gonna throw herself at a complete and total fucking stranger who she thinks looks good. The guy had pretty decent amount of muscles. Now in a 5-minute conversation, she'd offered him sex, a blowjob, and a 3-way. Holy shit! You call men perverts, but you treat homeless men like perverts, and then you go out of your way to throw your fucking vagina at people. You're allowed to have sex. You're allowed to like sex. But don't fucking shame homeless people just because you're a fucking cheap whore. Of course, if you are a cheap whore, Eric Christopher Schwartz loves cheap whores. I'm going to make a lot of these. Michael Allen Albert, that's my little brother. Not that Sherman Watson or Amy Valkyrie are going to watch this, but as long as I've known my brother, Eric Christopher Schwartz, as long as I have known him, I've been alive 42 years. As long as I've known him, I have never, ever once, ever had somebody come up to me the way that Amy Valkyrie did and the way that Sherman Watson did to tell me that my brother is a fucking child molester. Maybe they're fucking right. And you know, it's wrong to go spreading false accusations like that, isn't it? Well, I don't know that they're false accusations. I don't know that. Sure, my older brother has zero fucking history of that. But he's got a lot of fucking history beating on women. So, here's the thing, Sherman Watson and Amy Valkyrie. My little brother's name is Michael Allen Albert. My little brother. Eric is my older brother. Michael is my little brother. Michael is a child molester, molested his own fucking daughter. Michael, for the entire time that I have known my little brother, has been a fucking selfish piece of shit and a goddamn mama's boy. God bless America. I've had people wanting to troll me and tell me, oh, well, you're just a mama's boy. I'd rather be a mama's boy than daddy's little girl. So, when it comes to accusations, I don't take them lightly. I want to hear from the fucking victim themselves. My little brother wasn't accused of raping his daughter by some random stranger on the fucking internet. He wasn't accused of molesting his own daughter by some meth head who's friends with his daughter. No, his own fucking daughter came forward. And my mom did everything that she could to make sure that Michael didn't get in any fucking trouble. I got conversations with Tara about that on this channel. I got conversations with Amanda DeMette about that on this channel. You're fucking pieces of shit. Then again, so's Eric Schwartz. I wouldn't expect him to look at evidence because I don't have any fucking drugs to give him. Well, I also know that, well, people who do that kind of shit are very likely to be very volatile, and Eric is very volatile. And yes, very volatile people are very likely to fucking rape you. What is their volatility from? If someone is volatile because they're on fucking drugs or alcohol, yeah, they have a much increased chance of beating on you or fucking raping you. And then we got all these women who want to use it as sympathy. That's the thing with Rachel Klang. Did your sister really molest you and your dad really beat you? Or is that just something you said for sympathy, Rachel Klang? See, you guys want to pretend that false allegations just don't exist, that they're a figment of our imagination. But then again, when a male is abused, you pretend that it must be a false report because he's got a dick. Oh, well, if he can get it hard, it means he consents. Really? If your vagina's juicy, does that mean you consent? If your vagina is moist, is that consent to rape? When you touch a sensitive area of the body, there's going to be a reaction. That doesn't mean that you want it. Aber was telling me, this is one of my older brother's friends, one who is a pedophile. Joshua Aber did, in fact, have sex with an underage Miss Peaches, a.k.a. Kayla Trujillo. By his admission and hers, she was 14 at the time. In Colorado, by the way. So Joshua Aber, one of my older brother's best friends, is absolutely a child molester. 100%, there is no doubt. Admitted to by the child molester himself and the child he molested, except she was an adult by that point. Well, there's no statute of limitations on sexual assault. As she was not old enough to consent, whether she consented or not, he's a grown-ass adult and should have known better. Just like Emery and Arturo should have known better with the two Bollinger girls. Before the two Bollinger girls were adults, I didn't know their fucking names. I called them the twins like everyone else. The twins. The twins. Why didn't I bother to find out their fucking names? Because I didn't want nothing to do with fucking kids. It's different in Chapel, Nebraska. In Chapel, Nebraska, as an adult, I had lots of friends that were kids. Lots of them. Being friends with Jerry Sparks, yeah, I became friends with her kids. But guess what? I never fucking molested any of them. No, we gotta listen to some fucking nut job lesbian. Because she's a lesbian, it makes her right? Because she's a nut job, it makes her right? Because she's a meth head, it makes her right. Because she's a woman, it makes her right. She accused me of raping or molesting Natalie and Alicia Bollinger. That never fucking happened. When I got a hold of Natalie and Alicia and Maddie, I let them know what the fuck I was being fucking abused over. What did they do? Played victim. Don't fuck with me. Don't bullshit me. Oh yeah, and Eric Schwartz. Don't go molesting any more fucking kids, you pervert. Stop beating on women, you pervert. You broke Greta's neck. And I don't know how many times you bragged about choking out your ex, Angela Kurzmal. Jesus fucking Christ. When I said Chelsea Aiken's son raped her daughter, that came directly from Chelsea, and it is recorded. That's Chelsea Aiken. About her son, who identifies as a woman. Yeah, still has a penis. Is 300 pounds and raped his little sister. Oh yeah, and this guy wants permission to use the women's bathroom. No! No! See, that's the problem here. I'm fine with multi-gender bathrooms. I'm fine with that. But here's the thing. Rain is a child molester. Rain did rape his own sister. And Rain still walks free. Rain is still 300 pounds. Rain still has a penis. And Rain will rape the fuck out of you and your loved ones if Rain gets the opportunity. Now, your chances of being raped in a public restroom aren't that great, but it also depends on the time of day, doesn't it? Sometimes on Pearl Street, you won't see anybody going to the public restroom for hours on end. Of course, if you try to do something to somebody in the bathroom, there's people walking by, they're going to fucking hear it. You hope. Now, there's a lot of women who like to use this whole sexual molestation thing. When they don't get what they fucking want, they just start accusing you of being a child molester. How many women have done that when I asked them to go away? All I did was ask them to leave. Quite a few. We're not fucking friends, go away. You've got no reason to be on my Facebook fucking friends list. None. Rachel Klang? Yeah, she absolutely accused her sister of molesting her. Chelsea Aiken absolutely 100% is certain that her son raped her daughter, but she still refers to her son as her daughter because we're trying to be PC here. No, this is a dude. This dude uses his penis to force himself on others. This is not a she. This is a dude, straight up. This is a highly predatory male. In New Mexico, just so you know. So Chelsea's excuses for never coming forward, never speaking up, is that she's trying to change things for marginalized people. Really? By ignoring them? Oh, and then her excuse was that she was too busy because her son's a fucking chimo. That don't confront me none. I'm not the one that raped your daughter. Your son is, and you're helping him get away. I'm not the one who raped my niece. Michael Allen Albert is. And my mom helped him get away. And Eric helped him get away. And Tara helped him get away. My mom manipulated the shit out of Michael's ex to take him back and pressure that poor girl. Then there's Amy Witcher. Her daughter told her that Andrew was fucking molesting her. But all she cared about was snorting cocaine. Oh yeah, that's recorded too. I don't make accusations lightly. Don't tell me somebody's a fucking pedophile and expect me to do nothing, motherfucker. I grew up getting fucking raped and beaten. What the fuck kind of a piece of shit would do that? Eric Christopher Schwartz, Chelsea Worthing, Chelsea Aiken, Chelsea Klang. Who else would make false allegations like that? Jamie Curtis? Now, do I know that these are false allegations? No, I don't. I do know that I have it recorded that these people absolutely told me these things. I've also got evidence that I to turn this shit in. Attempted. Nobody fucking cares about homeless men. Are you fucking kidding me? There's Susan Mae Dragon Porter. She just recently ditched me, which is good. You know, the only reason that her son isn't in prison for murder is because of me. He goes by Danny Dragon or Danny Mac. Holy shit. He's a father now. He's got kids. Man, I gotta tell you, between the violence from him against Ryan James, that wasn't just one person who did that. That was 3 different people who did that to him. 3 different people wanted to assault Ryan James because Kelly Ingle didn't get a blowjob from Ryan James like he expected. So he went down and told a bunch of drug dealers that Ryan James was a cop caller. So they beat him up. Danny Mac was one of them. So here's what it comes down to. Your opinions. You shouldn't care what other people think. Well, you know what? People have been harming me for years over fucking slander. Yeah, I do fucking care what other people think. Eric Christopher Schwartz's excuse for looking the other way is what? Some imaginary fucking spaceman in the sky is talking to him. Holy shit. Then there's the people that rip me the fuck off. A lot of people did that. Made lots of empty fucking promises. And then they ripped me the fuck off. They ripped me the fuck off. Mandy Singer ripped me off. Shannon Alvarado ripped me off. My dad ripped me off. Graham Milburn ripped me off. Desiree Leonard ripped me off. Holy shit. Yeah, that's fucking helpful, isn't it? Lana Engeline ripped me off. When I say ripped me off, I mean they stole my things. Stole my things. Took my money for services that were not fucking rendered. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is that you weren't able to do it. You were fucking paid for it and you didn't do your job. You knew what you were doing when you took advantage of me. You knew exactly what you were doing. Now, there are some people that have valid reasons. No, they don't. Mandy Singer doesn't have a valid reason. If she had a valid reason, she would have come forward. All of the reasons, or excuses, I should say, that she gave me are bullshit. Until she comes forward, they didn't fucking happen. That's what it's really like when you're called mentally ill. But look at the mentally ill that I had to deal with. Look at them. Mandy Singer, meth addict. Christine Lushinger, meth addict and heroin addict. Natalie Bollinger, meth addict and heroin addict. Shannon Alvarado, alcoholic. Britt Roloff, meth addict. His girlfriend Amber, meth addict. I don't go running around making false accusations. With Eric Christopher Schwartz, we need to bring this to the forefront. Is Eric a predator? Yes. Is he a sexual predator? I don't know. But we need to lend credence to these words. And the Clearwater Revival. Praise the Lord, almond to cheese and rice. These people played fucking head games. There was never going to be a possibility of a fair trial. There was never going to be the possibility of me getting an end to the fucking hell that I had to endure before Natalie was killed. Because nobody fucking cared. Not my older brother, not my little sister, none of my fucking friends. They wanted to tell me pretty words. Pretty words. Oh, you just need to love yourself. Really? Does loving myself stop the assaults? Does loving myself stop the assaults? Does it? You tell me to stay away from those people. Well, you know what? I have to avoid my support network to avoid those fucking predators. So I'm stuck without a fucking support network. And my predators are there. They get to slander my name. Nobody fucking asks me. They just treat me like shit when they see me. Eric Christopher Schwartz deserves to be treated like a child molester. Whether he molested a child or not, it's equal treatment. The fact that he is a predator, whether sexual or not, he is absolutely 100% a predator. 100%. You cannot convince me that my older brother is not a predator because I fucking know him. I've endured that abuse most of my fucking life. I get to go home on a home visit. And Eric gets to go home on a home visit. And on our home visit, what is Eric busy doing? Beating on me because that's what he's been learning. That's what you fucking learn in the goddamn system. You either learn how to be a good little bitch, or you learn how to fucking beat the hell out of people. It got even worse when Eric decided he was going to take Duke Strewn ninjutsu. Then he's going out back and fucking chopping down bamboo. I come in through the fucking door and wham, right in the tummy. Thanks, Eric. Oh, I'm teaching you to be a good ninja. You fucking psycho. Whether he's a child molester or not, Eric Christopher Schwartz 100% is a predator. He also 100% has helped multiple child molesters to get away, knowing that they're child molesters. While you guys pretend that I'm a child molester because I was friends with an adult, The difference between a lifetime of abuse, like I have had to endure, or the possibility of a decent life. It comes down to whether or not you have a good start in life and a decent fucking family. Those of you who are the exception to the fucking rule, congratulations! You got fucking pampered. You got it easy. You got lucky fucking breaks. Do not fucking pretend that you only got what you got because you worked harder than everybody else, because you goddamn know goddamn well that ain't the truth. Then there's all these people who wanted to call themselves my friends. When their families wouldn't help them out, they come to me. Then later on, they want to treat me like shit because they have family. Well, go fuck yourself. Now, Sherman Watson and Amy Valkyrie accused Eric Christopher Schwartz of being a child molester. Well, we need to look into this. Does Eric beat on women? Yeah, he's definitely a woman beater. He is definitely a woman beater. It's never okay to hit a girl, huh? You know, if I'd have had a friend who gave a shit enough to fucking go in with me so I could turn in these fucking crimes. That's what I needed before Natalie died. That's what I've needed since Natalie fucking died. You don't give a shit! Dear men, do not help women. Do not. If she comes to you and says she was raped, you tell her to go to the cops by herself. You tell her to man up. You treat her like a man. This Me Too movement is bullshit. If a woman is raped, you ignore her. If she's beaten by her boyfriend or her husband, you ignore her. You treat her the way that women treat us. When a woman comes to you because she was just beaten by her husband, instead of listening to her, you need to start going off about how many women get away with beating on us. When a woman tells you about Muslim women in foreign countries and how we need to go over there and put a stop to women getting their genitalia mutilated over there, you kindly remind that cunt that here in the United States, we have our genitalia mutilated for women's pleasure while we're still fucking infants. When she comes to you and she wants your help turning it in, tell her you're too fucking busy. Tell her, hey, I got a life of my own. Do not help her. She put herself in that position. She chose that. I rescued Jamie from multiple fucked up situations where she was being beaten on. She was scared of James Payton. Wanted to play head games, but forgot that she was playing fucking head games when she started dating him again. She didn't tell me they started dating. What she did is she led me on to believe that, well, she was scared shitless of being in that town with James Payton. But I needed to call once a week to make sure she's okay, and so's the boy. Make sure that James Payton didn't do anything to her. Then she fucking ghosted me. You goddamn right. I fucking freaked out about that shit. You take a look at what Natalie Marie Bollinger did to me. Jamie Curtis did the exact same thing to James Payton. Well, with the exception of James Payton actually did that shit. Jamie wanted to go back out with him. Oh, she was so in love with him. That's right. You are in love with the men who abuse you. The men who are good to you are for fucking manipulating and taking advantage of. They're for leading on. Don't be a fucking dumb whore. Through all of this, it didn't matter that I am a human being. What mattered is people's popularity, hiding their secrets. God damn, they get angry when I tell their secrets. Well, fuck you. I made a special post before Natalie died about how I'm not fucking keeping your secrets because they get people killed. And through all of this, you get to see how all these people who wanted to keep secrets ended up getting more people killed. Why? Because rather than listening to me, they wanted to make suggestions, talk over me, talk down to me, and force me to waste resources for empty fucking promises. That is taking advantage of an at-risk fucking adult. Not that it fucking matters. Eric doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. None of you do. There isn't a single person that I've met in my lifetime that I can say is a good person other than myself. Now, there is a possibility that Cody in Chapel, Nebraska is the only other good man that I've ever met. There's a possibility. See, that right there is what needed to be done with me and Natalie. I needed help stopping it. I didn't need people to fucking argue with me. I didn't need people to fucking treat me like shit. I didn't need people to pretend like if I ignore it, it'll fucking stop. I needed help stopping the fucking abuse. Cody Kurth helped stop the abuse from Chris. He didn't do anything to stop the rest of it, but he did put a stop to Chris Kurth. Now, I got to make one about Wendell McPhee. Wendell McPhee wanted to tell me that Ryan Daly was a child molester, or had been convicted of rape, was in trouble for rape. Ryan Daly got a hold of me, said, "Nah, dude, fucking just rumors." Those kind of rumors get people killed. When you call somebody mentally ill, you're trying to discredit them so that people won't listen to them. Natalie Bollinger was embarrassed because I told on her daddy for what he'd done to her. Not only that, I did it with her email to me from 2016. But you guys don't fucking care about the truth. My side never fucking mattered. Nobody helped me to turn in my fucking side. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. My older brother doesn't care because he's too busy beating on women and doing fucking drugs. My mother doesn't care because she is too busy protecting child molesters like Michael Allen Albert. Don't rape your kids. Don't rape your kids. Don't rape your kids. Also, if Eric Christopher Schwartz gets beaten to death because I am sharing information that I was given by Sherman Watson and Amy Valkyrie, well, that's fair and equal. Maybe he'll get what he deserves. Maybe they'll run him out of Boulder, Colorado. He could go back to Chapel, Nebraska. He loves that place. God damn, does he love Chapel, Nebraska. Maybe he could move there. Maybe he could move in with Chelsea Worsing and the fucking child molester that she gave birth to. Maybe he could go and live with Michael and they can have a menage a trois with Michael's daughters. Yeah, Eric Schwartz, you protected the perverts. You protected the rapists. You protected the child molesters, and you helped them get away. I have absolutely no problems believing that you're a child molester after all of that. Jesus fucking Christ, Eric Christopher Schwartz. You could have tried being a decent person. But no, the fucking drugs got in the way. Yeah, Kayla Trujillo could have been a decent person too, but the drugs got in the fucking way. Christine Buhit could have been a decent person too, but the drugs got in the fucking way. Shannon Alvarado could have been a decent person too, but her fucking booze got in the way. Randy Ingersoll could have been a decent person too, but her fucking booze got in the way. Amy Kalina Kingery, a.k.a. Amy Kalina Kingery, a.k.a. Amy Kalina Kingery. We're going to push that one. Make sure you remember that name. Her meth got in the way. Her meth. And then there's Joshua Rayborn. He could have been a decent person. His meth use got in the way too. I didn't just record with these people. I recorded them admitting that shit. You guys want to pretend I'm a horrible person because of what I was forced to do because of harm by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I've been assaulted over 100 times since Natalie was killed, most of them by police for trying to turn in police. Eric Christopher Schwartz, you deserve every beating that you get. You deserve every bit of hell that they put you through for looking the other way. You are a woman beater. 100%, no doubt about that. You brag about it. Now, whether or not you're a child molester, I don't fucking care, dude. I don't care. What I care about is you being treated the way that I've been treated. What I care about is you being fucking abused the way that you abused me. That is fair, bitch.